So it turns out skipping is not just for the playground. And there's a very good reason the world's most dangerous men rely on skipping to improve their body composition of fat loss and muscle tonality, cardio endurance, balance, coordination, agility, footwork, explosivity, and power. You get all those benefits for the price of a rope, and it can be done with minimal space or equipment, so you can stay lean and dangerous anywhere in the world in one simple workout. Just be wary if you have any issues with your ankles, knees, hips, or spine, or if you're massively overweight, because the repetitive impact nature of skipping can lead to injuries, so make sure your body is ready for it.
So firstly, I'm going to show you what the beginner mistakes are, how to avoid them and how to fix them, how to actually skip properly. Then I'm going to show you some advanced tricks, some sexy little boxing techniques that you can use to improve your agility, your footwork, so that you can start battering guys in the ring and look good whilst you're doing it. There's like 4 basic beginner mistakes. Here's what they look like.
Firstly is double jumping and clunkiness. This is where you take 2 jumps per 1 rotation of the rope. You see where the feet are touching the floor twice per rotation of the rope. Which leads to a lack of rhythm and consistency in your movement. Second is where you are putting in too much effort, trying too hard, and your body and breath are too tense. You are not relaxed enough.
Brother,
Third is using your arms too much. And finally is not coordinating your legs efficiently and just jumping one leg, then the other with no intention at all.
never go for a retard.
Right, here's the secret. Here's the reason you click this video. Here's how you get really good at skipping. Here's how you look like a pro. Use minimal movement and minimal effort. Try less. It's actually as simple as that.
The harder you try, the worse your skipping will be.
There's a reason 5-year-old girls are so good at skipping, and it's like the first thing you learn in school. It's because it's easy.
Jump rope, wanna play?
So stop trying so hard, you big bloody anxious bastard. Chill out, lad.
Jump rope, what do you say?
To fix the double jumping and the clunkiness, simply take 1 jump per 1 rotation of the rope and take the smallest jump possible with minimal effort. Remember, you only have to clear the width of the rope. That's not a lot of space, which means you don't need to put in a lot of effort. And as you can hear, a good beginner rhythm to start with is just bop, 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 bop. Just aim for that nice and slowly and consistently with single jumps. Next to bear in mind is relaxing everything. You don't want any tension anywhere in your body at all except in your calves and your feet for each jump. That means breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth, nice and relaxed. Almost as if you're like reading a book or something like that. Really, really calm and controlled. And you're only gonna rotate the rope with your wrists. Your shoulders stay pretty much where they are. Your arms are relaxed and it's just your wrist that's flicking the rope over. The ropes are really not heavy, so it shouldn't take much effort and movement of your arms at all. Only your wrist to get it over your head. And finally, have a very clear mental intention. Are you taking off with one or both feet? And are you landing on one or both feet? How do you know which one to do? Well, there's 4 basic patterns that form the basis of all skipping. Let's go through them right now.
Okay. Little tip, if you have a very long rope like I do, just do this. Look, 2 fingers, wrap the rope around as many times as you need to make it an acceptable length. The 4 patterns are, first of all, basic double leg at once, which looks like this. Both feet are landing at the same time, taking off at the same time. 1 rotation of the rope for each jump. Wrist nice and relaxed, shoulders nice and relaxed, breathing nice and relaxed, head over my shoulders, over my hips, over my knees, over my ankles, and it's my toes and the ball of my feet, which activate my calves, which gives me the pop, gives me the jump. Super simple. Here's what the basic jump looks like from the side. If you're struggling with that, with the rope, take the rope out. Literally pretend you've got the rope and get the patterns dialed in without the pressure of the rope. So all I'm doing is exactly the same thing with the rope, without the rope. So my body and my muscles know what they need to be doing, but I don't have that pressure of having to clear the rope. So it's a good little tip for you when you're learning a skill. Take the pressure off yourself. And you can do this for all of the different patterns which I'm about to show you. So do it a few times without the rope, then just pick the rope up. Easy. I just add the rope in, but then my body is doing exactly the same thing as without the rope. Exactly the same thing. So that's one way you can progress it.
Sometimes my genius is, it's almost frightening.
So basic technique number 2 is running. according to point number 4 of competent skipping, we said there's a mental intention of you're either going both feet at once or one foot at once. This is the first technique that uses one foot at once. Looks like this. All the same principles apply. Nice soft relaxed wrist, soft relaxed breathing, on my toes, using my calves, popping up, one rotation of the rope each time. Everything relaxed. I'm going one foot, other foot, left, right, running without the rope. One little tip if you're struggling with this is drive your knees up. Really use your hip flexors and drive the knees up towards the ceiling. Don't think about you have to clear the rope under your feet. Think about driving your knee up as high as you can whilst keeping a nice strong core. So my core is strong and then my knees drive up like this. And that's going to guarantee that the rope goes underneath and that I maintain my balance. See, just like that. Easy. Basic technique number 3, variation of running, is hopping. Similar pattern where it's a single leg technique, but this time I do 2 rotations of the rope for each leg. And again, I'm bringing the knee up nice and high and then jumping on that other leg. This is good for your balance training and your core training and your hip flexor strength as well and your coordination. So hopping is a close cousin of the running. They're both single leg techniques. So if you're struggling, drop the rope again and try it without. Mimic the rope though. So pretend you got the rope in your wrist, throw it over and just practice that footwork. Basic technique number 4, final one, is a combination of all 3 of those techniques. It's called the boxer jump. It looks like this. This is probably what you actually clicked on this video for, which is skipping like a boxer. Looks like this. You know when you're in the gym and you see a guy skipping like this and you know they're about to f you up in sparring? Yeah, it's a sign of competence, this. So even if you're not that good at fighting, you can make people think you are by learning to skip like this. So what's actually happening with the... Oh, Jesus. What's happening with the boxer jumps is there a slight little variation of the runs, which look like this, remember, running on the spot, the sprints. But instead of keeping one foot up in between each rotation of the rope like this, I'm bringing the other foot to the floor, you see that? And I'm touching the floor before I clear the rope over my head again. So both feet touch the floor, but it's one after the other until you get very subtle at it and it basically looks like the basic jump, but you're essentially alternating right, left, left foot. Very subtle little pause, like a split second in between each foot touching the floor like that. You'll see one foot then the other. Very subtle delay in between each point of contact. Boxer jumps without the rope.
PS, when skipping, make sure you're jumping and taking off and landing through the balls of your feet and engaging your toes and the fascia. The plantar fascia is the soft tissue that makes up the arch of your foot. You want to consider skipping a foot strengthening exercise as much as a weight loss exercise. Because the stronger and more responsive your feet and your toes are, the more agile you are for fighting, the better you can move and change direction and generate force off of the floor and transfer power through your body into your fist into an opponent, as well as remaining balanced.
Did you get any of that?
So once you've locked in all of those 4 basic patterns, shouldn't take too long, what you're going to do is mix them up there. So go basic, running, hopping, boxer jumps, running, hopping, basic, no particular order, just vary them. Go through each of those 4 exercises until you're flowing between them seamlessly. Then we're going to go into the advanced ones right now. Trick 1 is star jumps. These are literally just doing a star jump but with a rope. I mix them up where I go side and then backwards and then forwards and then side and then backwards and then forwards. You get what I'm saying? Just mix up star jumps. Next are shuffles. So this is how you get good at that Muhammad Ali shuffle footwork. The difference between these and star jumps is with the shuffles, your hips are facing forward and your body faces forwards. With the star jumps, your hips and your body turns from side to side as you do the star jumps. And a key detail with the shuffles is you're just touching the floor in front of you with the tips of your toes and you're making as less contact time with the floor as possible before switching feet. That's how you do this quickly.
Trick number 3 is sea walks. This is kind of a combination between the shuffles and also star jumps, where you shuffle your feet and then switch your hips at the same time. And you're basically crip walking like an absolute gangster. Here's me doing it in a fight. Look, swagger points times 1,000,000.
Keep it gangsta, girl. Keep it gangsta. Keep it gangsta, girl. Keep it gangsta. Keep it gangsta, girl. Keep it gangsta. I wanna thank you all. I wanna thank you.
Trick 4, hip wiggles. These are so simple. Literally keep your knees and feet together and just twist your lower back side to side. To advance it, you can then do it in a squat as well, which is going to give you a burn in your quads. That's basically it. Trick 5 looks simple, but it's physically difficult if you're not used to it. It is literally skipping in a squatting position. This is going to burn your quads a lot. Guys that use this are like Alexander Usyk and Lomachenko. If you look at that Ukrainian style of dancing, it's really important to get strong legs for boxing, and squat skipping is a good way of doing it. Trick 6 is can-cans, named after that fruity French dance. And I've geniusly adapted it for boxing to test your balance as well as your footwork, where you do the can-can over a skipping rope whilst leaning as forward as you can and then as far backward as you can as well without falling over. No floors are where you deliberately don't make contact with the floor with the rope. So there's this just continual swishing sound happening. Look, check it out. So you can hear me touching the floor very occasionally where I mess it up, but the aim is that you don't have any sound of the rope touching the floor. That's the aim. Ah! Fuck! Side sweeps are where you bring one of your hands across your body and rotate the rope to the side of your body, outside of your shoulder, and not directly over your head. You do this to transition between forward and backward skipping, as well as regain your rhythm if you ever lose it. Also, they just kind of look cool and make you look like you know what you're doing, so you can impress girls at the gym.
Yeah.
Next, we've got backward skipping, which is exactly what it looks like. Do all the principles that you've just learned about going forward and now reverse them and go backwards. I know you thought side sweeps were pointless, but look, this is how you can use them to transition between forwards and backward skipping. So look, you're going forwards and then you do a side sweep, and then as you do the side sweep, you jump 180 degrees with your body, and now suddenly you're going backwards as you come out of the side sweep into backward skipping. See what I mean? It looks quite hard, but it's actually way easier than you think it is. Give it a try. Crossovers are the sexy skipping trick which everyone wants to be able to do, and the good news, they're really easy. Literally cross your hands at the same time as you're skipping across your body. So your left goes to your right as your right goes to your left. You can cross and uncross, cross, uncross, or, my rope just broke. Or look, you can keep them crossed and just skip with your hands crossed. Oh look, there's the sexy little side sweeps that we talked about earlier. See? Easy. Double unders are where you rotate the rope twice instead of once, which involves you jumping higher and spinning the rope faster. Here's a tip. Instead of bringing your knees to your chest so that there's more space between the feet and the floor, which is kind of clunky and looks retarded, instead straighten your knees and your hamstrings and throw your feet towards the ceiling as you bring your hips backwards. Another trick is skipping in a circle. This is pretty simple. You just skip in a circle. Try it out. It's harder than it looks. Then to advance it, you can practice your front kicks as well if you do Muay Thai or kickboxing. This is where you just skip in a boxing stance. So you're testing your balance and switching stances from orthodox to southpaw. It's a more functional way of using those star jumps we did at the beginning. If you got value from this video, then like it, subscribe to the channel, and join Don Dojo in the description, which is a fight community where you get access to me. I'll make sure you win all your fights, learn to fight, learn to protect yourself, get more confident, loads of video courses, ebooks, where you can learn everything about health, fitness, martial arts, and there's tons of guys doing well in business as well. We're helping each other level up on the daily in every endeavor as a man.